Just state your name.
My name is Rudi Lenhart and I'm born in Ludwigshafen am Rhein in Germany. Born in 1928. When I came over here in 1955 to Linden, New Jersey. When I worked in mold engineering till I retired as a supervisor.
So when you were in your hometown, what are some of your earliest memories in your hometown?
That was when we got bombed out.
Well, before, growing up.
Oh, I was a swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
In the club, a swimmer on the...
So you were on the Rhine, right?
Now we had our awnings in lakes.
Mm-hmm.
We have one in Friesenheim and one in Mundenheim, the Blies. And that was our thing. Then we had meets, you know.
Right. What year did you start swimming?
I was still in school.
So a young lad.
Yeah.
Young lad.
Yeah.
So what was your parents' names?
My mother was Anna Lenhart, geborene Moloch. My father was Josef Lenhart. And my mother, they come from Hasloch. This is in the Pfalz. My father is from Kaiserslautern. And I have 8 brothers and sisters.
Can you name them all?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, my one sister is left on me. The 2 youngest ones we left over. The other ones are all dead.
Now, did they all immigrate over here as well, or
No, nobody.
Nobody. So
I'm the only one.
Just you. Just you.
Yeah.
So you said you grew up more in the city, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What was kind of life growing up there?
Oh,
Just,
it was no, we was outside city.
Okay.
You know, not in Ludwigshafen. Well, in Ludwigshafen was the Badische Anlin-Soda-Fabrik, and you couldn't get a job in there.
Okay.
I couldn't get a job if I would have go.
No, when you were a kid, when you were growing up.
Yeah.
You know, your dad was working, right?
But Kipsa.
Kipsa. What is Kipsa?
Blasterer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't even have that trade anymore. That doesn't exist
Oh
anymore.
yeah. Oh yeah. After the war.
Oh, after the war, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. We had like in the wartime. How many times we have the Zickle out on the roof. And every time we had it in Ludwigshafen, Eichel when they bombed them, our roofs went. The next day we had to go and put them up again.
So when you were a young kid, do you have any fond memories of your home life, your school life, your
school life? Or we had to go in another section to go in school. You know, we have different Ludwigshafen. We had Mundenheim, Friesenheim, Maudach, Gartenstadt. You know, Ludwigshafen was all different. When we went in Mundenheim, we went in school. We started in Gartenstadt, from 1st to the 4th. And after the 4th, we had to go to Mundenheim. In the 6th till the 8th.
How'd you get back and forth to school?
We walked.
You walked?
There was no...
What about the snow?
Oh, we walked. We walked. Oh, yeah. And it was fun.
So you were the youngest, right? How many?
No, I had a younger
You and your
sister.
sister, right?
She's still alive.
How many boys? How many girls?
We had five girls and 4 boys.
5 girls, 4 boys.
I have one sister still alive.
And what's her name?
Waltraud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Waltraud Seidenspinner.
And she's still over in Deutschland.
Yeah, I just talked to her Sunday.
Very nice.
Well, my wife's sister just died. She was 92. This weekend. That's how.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just heard about it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My condolences.
Yeah. She was 92. And her husband was a friend of mine. You know, out there.
Right, right.
When we went out, we went a week to them. We went a week to them. You know.
Right. So you traveled back and forth.
The first time I went out, my mother was in deathbed. I flew out. Then she got around again. And then we went out. We had the 2 girls we went the whole family outside.
When did your father pass? Before your mother or after your
No,
mother?
after my mother.
After your mother.
Yeah.
So you had older brothers.
They all was, ja.
They,
Mijn broer was in de Kriegmarine, die andere in de Wehrmacht, hij was in de regular Wehrmacht, wo die am Anfang haben die erst 2 Jahre reingehen müssen. Und der Krieg hat angefangen, sind sie drin geblieben. Und he never came home.
okay, so how many
He got lost in Russia,
in Russia?
in the front, yeah.
So,
And my other brother, he was in the Kriegsmarine.
okay.
And the other one, he was in the regular army.
So two came home. Well, 3 came home because you eventually were in the army.
Yes, yeah.
So you
We had
lost.
four boys.
So you lost one
One
brother.
I lost, yeah.
One brother.
The,
Well-
the second oldest. And then 2 brother-in-laws I lost in the war.
When Germany entered the war, or started the war, what was what was the state of your family? You know,
No, what do you mean the state?
well, I mean, like, what was the general feeling, the town's feeling, the country's feeling?
You was in Germany, you was for Germany. But where he started good.
Right.
They got the people all the work, and they built all the houses, like whole sections, 4 houses, and then 4 houses. One had to be a carpenter, the other one a gipser, and maurer, and daglenerij, and they had to put so many hours in. And then when the houses were finished, then they lost out which houses they're going to move in.
So you had
Otherwise, they could fix one up good for if they know they're going to move in that house. You know what I mean?
so the tradesmen built the houses and
Oh yeah,
took
they all-
responsibility
yeah.
for the houses.
But it was all paid by, so.
Right.
And then there was a garden with it.
Mhm.
We had for chickens and everything. We had everything. All the obsttree, die Bäume, all this thing. And a große Garten dabei, but in each house.
So just chickens?
Chickens, we had Hasen, and we had pigs sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Right. Well, they only lasted a few months, right?
No,
Then you had ham.
yeah, true, yeah. No, then we had a room, then nobody could go in that room, it was locked up,
So they were inside?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, we had them in the stall, in the backyard. And
Okay.
then we had to bring in the slaughterhouse,
Right.
and then the butcher came in the house, and then he made everything in the house.
So the butcher would come to your house and prepare the meats.
Yeah.
So you.
The worst and everything.
Uh-huh. So you didn't bring it to the butcher came to you.
The butcher came home.
Uh-huh. So then, all right, so wartime, and then things
Then
started.
we came back and we built the place up, and then we had it built up. I and my friend, we stood in the place till I came over here.
In your
In the
original
yeah.
house. Right. When
Glebsen Hartmann was the place.
was there any damage?
We fixed that. Oh yeah,
Well-
our place was, my company was all bombed out.
Right.
See, we built it up again.
Were you still home at that time?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you went in at 44, right?
Yeah.
So were you were before you left? There was still damage to your town.
Oh yeah.
From the bombings.
Oh
the
sure.
net bombings.
IG farm was
Yeah.
right in there,
Right.
When they came, they really blow.
What are your memories of that as a kid?
As a kid, what I mean, we was 14, 15 years.
Right.
So then there was no kids no more.
Right.
We walked.
I mean, did you go to the subways or
No, we had no
shelters?
super. We had only bus on the Reinhardtbahn.
And what is that?
This is a trolley
Okay.
in the city.
So there was no shelter for.
Oh, then we had the big shelters.
For
Them big monster shelters in the when the Krieg was in.
right.
But alarm went on, everybody went in there.
So would you stay overnight while the bombings? Or,
You had to be.
yeah.
You had to be in there.
What was your feeling when you had to leave home? I mean, I can't imagine.
When the alarm goes on, that's what you had to go. And it was by us. The air shelter was right across from my house.
Mhm.
They had the thing, and they put like an L shape, 2 stories high,
Mhm.
and everybody went in there. some people that lived further, that slept in there.
Right, right,
That's how bad it was on the end, you know.
right.
On and off, the flies came in.
Was it a big industry town? You said your company.
Yeah,
got
yeah,
bought,
sure,
but
sure.
the town.
And then on the other side was Mannheim.
Oh,
Was
okay.
big too.
Okay.
The Mercedes-Benz had they made trucks in Waldhof.
So you're right by Rudesheim.
Yeah, right by
Okay,
Rudesheim,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
No, Rudesheim is more
Well,
up on the Rhine.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
20 minutes. 20 minutes, right? So it's
A
Mainz
little bit
and
more.
Mainz and
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah. We would go on the Rhine,
Mhm.
nach Rudesheim.
Mhm. For just to drink the wine or
Yeah. No, just to see everything, you know. No, sure.
the Aschbach, yeah.
Yeah. No, we went, and then you belong to a club. I played handball also when I was swimming. In swimming, we had our own club before the war already. Then we was bombed out. Where you could go, it was all kaput. Then I went in other Friesenheim. In there, they had a nice clean water, all buggered out, ganz clean water. Then I swam in them. Till they had everything fixed up. When I came home from here, they had everything fixed up again.
Nice. What year did they start the bombings?
The year, the bombing,
43?
43. Yeah.
43. So you said you were in, before you were shipped out and put in the army, you were in
Arbeitsdienst.
Arbeitsdienst. And what?
First we went up, we waren noch Hitlerjungens, right?
Right. What was your
In
response?
Saargebiet, we had to take the trenches.
What was your responsibility in the Hitlerjugend?
The Hitlerjungens, just they had no responsibility. We just
Physical
learned
training.
everything, yeah,
Right.
okay.
A lot of physical fitness and
Yeah, all that, sure.
right. So then you moved on to, and then that's when they sort of went to military training,
Yeah.
right? So
Then I went in the Arbeitsdienst.
and
From
that's
Arbeitsdienst, I couldn't come home while the Amerikaner waren already in my hometown. Then I went right away in the army.
how long were you in the Arbeitsdienst?
Arbeitsdienst, 3 Monate.
3 months.
3 months,
3 months.
yeah.
3 months, and then you went into the army. Do you remember what?
Till the end.
In 44, what month do you remember? Later 44?
Later 44, yeah.
So you only had about 8 months, 6
Yeah,
months?
yeah.
That's it. So when you were being shipped out, how was your, I mean, obviously other family members had already gone.
But
Your older brothers went, what was family
oh,
like
that was all.
as your sons were going off to war?
My old brother was in the army. He was already from the beginning. He was. He had his 2 years in the army, and then the war broke out, so he had to stay in the army.
And where was he stationed?
Oh, they went all over.
All over?
He went on the Russian front. He was home 44 on Christmas, and he went back on the Russian front again.
And that's where.
Then he didn't come no more home.
Did they?
The other one was in the Kriegsmarine, and the other one, he was in the regular army.
Okay. So when you shipped out were there other people in town you were shipping out with, or
No,
in 44 when you left to join the army? Where did you all have to meet? Where did?
we had to go behind Heidelberg. We was there, over there. We had to go over there, and then we
So there were barracks there.
yeah.
That's where the U.S. Army took over the barracks after the
Yeah,
war, correct?
yeah.
That's where my dad was stationed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So but he was later in his late 60s, and I actually brought him back to the headquarters,
Oh yeah.
and now it's
Oh, you
just.
went out with him?
Oh yeah, now it's just living dorms.
Then we built the place up, and I stood there till we fixed up the second floor. It was bombed out, and we fixed it up. We had our paper going in the city hall to get them to, when we finish up, to move in. So we was in there for 3 months. We came home one Saturday, our furniture on the street. They put somebody in from East Germany.
East Germany? I hear that a lot.
And then my wife's aunt, she came over, you know, she had a catering business in Linden.
Now you were on the first floor?
The second floor.
You were on the second?
We built the second floor up.
Right, where were you living at the time?
I had to go home again.
Okay, so,
My wife went home and I went home. And then her aunt came home here, she said, you want to come over here? He said, yes.
oh, that old trick.
No, what chance you had? You couldn't, you
Right.
know, and there was no rooms. We could not build on.
Right.
We couldn't, the houses had to be the same. But
You had to build it back the way it was, right?
How it was.
Right, right.
And then, after we was over here, they had the people built on in the back and everything. My sister built on in the back in my parents' house, you know, and so my wife's sister, she built up in her parents' home, so the houses, they got not the same no more.
Right. But how did they force the East Germans to live in your houses? Just
We
No say.
came home and
They were there.
That's it.
they were there.
I had the paper going. We had the paper going. I don't know up there what was going on. We just moved in,
Right.
you know.
So you were looking for like what, a certificate of occupancy or something like that?
Sure, from the city hall. We had the papers going. But see, it was bombed out and we fixed it up,
Right.
you know. Probably somebody turned the guy who belonged to the house.
Right.
He was a Nazi.
Right.
Probably he turned him in that somebody's living upstairs.
Gotcha.
So they got us. 3 months later, I was over here. 3 months later, couldn't talk no English, nothing. We came over here. Then I walked in Elizabeth Simmons.
I want to kind of go back. So you joined the army, and then you went to Austria. Right.
Up to Austria, that's what we got in Britain. The war was over.
Right.
Then there was the end.
When you say up to Austria, so
All in the mountains.
you were in Austria.
In Austria, we was up in the mountains.
So you were captured by Americans.
American.
Right.
We was lucky.
Right. Yeah, you didn't want to get caught on the other side.
And not from the Russians, a lot of them.
So then you were shipped to, you said Munich?
First Munich in the airport, and from there they shipped us out in Heilbronn.
Heilbronn, okay.
And then there was a big camp.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing. They just put us there.
Right.
There was no fence, nothing. Then they put them on after.
Mm-hmm. So it was more, like I know some stories where POWs would leave and go work for, families, and they would come back. And
Oh yeah,
It was
No, not ours, but ours, no. This was right after.
Right. So you were treated pretty well.
Oh yeah, I couldn't complain. We couldn't complain.
How was life in the camp? I mean,
In the camp,
could you have bands? Could you have
there was nothing.
nothing?
There was nothing. When we came in, there was just
There was
bare ground.
Not even barracks.
No barracks, nothing.
Right.
Dug the ditches to shit in, and and all that. And then they brought trucks in for water, and then they put the thing in, and then they put the kitchen in the barracks. They went to Heilbronn, took the potatoes out of the bombed out houses, and then once we get everything, we was pretty good treated.
So did you guys pretty much build the place yourselves as well?
Where?
You and the POW.
Oh yeah,
You pretty much build it yourself, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, but we only got tents.
Right.
There was no building.
So you were staying in tents for the whole time?
Oh yeah. In the beginning, we was just under the ground,
Right.
in the sky.
Right. How was the camaraderie or the?
See, the thing was this: they put the young ones, they moved it, on the old ones, and then they took the guys out who was in the SS, and they put them in different camps.
Right.
They were strict with them.
Right.
But with us, they just put us in. Then they put the kitchens in, and somebody knew me through my brother, so I helped in the kitchen there already.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah.
And so you were.
Then after 3 months, they let us go.
They said go home.
Yep.
How was your relationship with the Americans at that time?
Oh, that was all right.
Yeah.
We had no problems.
Yeah.
But see, we had the Rhine River.
Mhm.
On the one side, Amerikaner. In Ludwigshafen war die Pfalz, waren die Franzosen.
Was France?
French.
France, okay. Right.
French.
So that's where, so that was the division of, okay.
French.
Right, gotcha,
French.
gotcha.
Und dann up north, da had the English. Und
And then the
east,
Russians.
they had the Russians.
So you were in a good spot.
Oh yeah, I made out alive. But every time when I was involved with the kitchen, you know. So all the time.
So you got out in late of 45 or
Yeah.
46, early 46.
No,
right?
45.
Early
Not
45. So you were home before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
So when you came home back, there was absolutely nothing there.
Oh, but the people had already
Started
the
rebuilding.
houses fixed up, and now yeah. That's
Because the bombing probably stopped in early
us
45.
Ludwigshafen was bombed out.
Yeah, but they stopped bombing in early 45. Is that correct?
That before.
Right. But the bombings, by the time mid 45, they were already through and they were.
Oh yeah, sure.
Right.
And the 45 was the war over.
Right. What was? Yeah, I mean, you only spent what you said 3 months.
Yeah.
And then you moved.
That's it.
So what made your decision on
Coming over here.
coming to America? Like,
Well,
I mean, you.
like I told you, we fixed in the black market. We fixed 2 rooms up,
Mhm.
and we had the paper going
Mhm.
in the city hall to get them rooms.
Mhm.
But after we had them fixed up, we moved in.
Right. But what made you choose America?
And me, choose America. My wife's aunt, she came over here. She asked, "Could you want to come over?" We said, "Yeah."
When did she move over?
No, she was here. She
was
had
here.
catering business here
So she was here before the war. Even.
before the war.
Okay. So
My wife had 2 aunts over here. So then when we came over, we moved by her. The one who had the catering, we moved upstairs.
So you were sponsored and you already had a job
Yeah,
because you had to be sponsored and had to have employment coming
by
over.
Siemens.
By Siemens. And what did you do at Siemens?
Siemens, a toolmaker.
A toolmaker.
No, fixing machines.
Now you got married to your
When
wife.
I got in there in Siemens, there was all Germans in there.
Right.
There was working in Channel Online.
Mhm.
For the war, they all lost their jobs, the Germans,
Right.
when they went to Siemens.
Now,
Who made the Heide bits.
now what do you? So you were 16 of 44.
Yeah.
So when did you get married?
I-
You got married back in Germany, correct?
Oh yes, you were.
So before
We
you
was
were-
married before we came over here.
So you were only 18 years old.
No, we was still 3 years without before we got married.
How old were you when you got married?
23.
You're 23. Okay. So what year? Oh, so you moved over here in 55.
Mhm.
Okay. So you did 10 years back in Germany
Mhm.
before you moved. I'm sorry, I got the math wrong. What was that like in rebuilding? And I mean, by the time you came back, you said a lot of houses were built up. You built up your residence.
Oh yeah, everybody.
There was no work.
Oh, we had work, so we had
Yeah.
work building up.
Right.
I was in apprenticeship, where I came home from the prison camp, or from the POW. When I came home, the place where I learned my trade was bombed out.
Right.
So that is, and my friend, they said, "You want to stay here, help us build up? We put it on your apprenticeship."
Okay.
I didn't lose my apprenticeship.
Right.
So I had a hard time to make my Zellebrief. There was, after 3.5 years, you had to make a test, right? But
Right.
then, you know,
So you became a master, right? Or,
not a master, just a mechanic.
mechanic. Okay.
So we made it. And they paid us a little bit more while we had building up.
Right. What was the name of the company?
Clips and Hartmann.
And what was
We fixed motors,
fixed motors, and it was
Yeah.
what kind of motors?
electric motors,
Electric
all
motors.
electric motors.
And they
All-
were
like
even-
like like the butcher or the baker, their motor went. We went in, took the motor out, fixed it, and put it back in again.
so more for
And
like.
we had on the second floor the guys done the rewinding,
Mhm.
and I would make bushings and this for the put new bearings in and all this.
So it was
The
small motors.
mechanical work.
So it was small motors, like refrigeration
Oh,
motors.
and big ones,
Yeah.
big ones too. Yeah.
So you got married.
Mm.
You didn't have children until you came
No.
here, right?
Here we was here 5 years.
So you were here 5 years.
My daughter was born and then we bought a house.
So you came over here, how'd you get over here?
With a boat,
Okay, what was the name of the boat?
Italia.
Italian. And that was in 55.
Yeah.
And what was that like? You know, you're leaving Germany,
Mm.
coming to something very unknown,
I know.
and you're on a boat for 2 weeks. I mean,
My friend and his wife, we came over together then.
I'm sorry, who did?
My friend, the one who I went to school,
Right.
the one who helped me put electricity in my house in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And his two daughters, we still get together, but my friend died.
So it's you, him, was he married or?
Yeah, sure, he's my.
He was married with his wife. So it was two couples.
But they had no kids either.
No kids. So it was two couples that you knew.
Yeah.
So what was it? Were you anxious? Were you excited? Were you?
Oh, that was something new.
Right. Was that good or bad?
It was good.
It was good.
Why shouldn't it? You know, we had to make the best out of it.
Right. Well, you didn't.
But the thing is this, we came over, we sold our stuff, motorcycle and everything. And I said, when we come over and we don't like it, we're gonna go home. We never went home.
Never went home. So you moved to Linden
Yeah, Linden.
with your aunt who owned a catering,
My wife's aunt.
and you had a
My wife walked with her.
okay in the
You know.
catering, and you started at Siemens.
Siemens, yeah.
That was your first job.
Would I make the Heidelberg? Yeah, was the first job. And then got in the union, and then after 7 months, they had a big layoff, and I was the last one in.
Mm-hmm.
So I
First
lost
one
my
out.
job.
Right.
But then I got from the union, they give you a paper, you know, as that was jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked the one, I went there, picked the paper up in Hillside, and I couldn't read or talk English. Drove home again, filled the paper out. Next day I went back again, and then everything had to go check up that I'm healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Next day I had a job. But I was running a machine, grinding machine.
Now, how did you start learning English?
You learn it
Just-
up like,
So you just from talking to other people?
yeah, yeah.
wife-
And then from there, I stood there, my wife walked with her aunt, and on weekends I helped bringing the dishes to the parties. Then when it was over, brought the stuff back, the pots and pans. On the Sunday morning I would do the same thing.
Now, so where did you move? Where did you move out?
I moved to Avenel after 5 years.
After 5 years, and that's where you still.
Then you got right away our citizenship after
Okay.
5 years.
So after 5 years, you got citizenship.
Yeah.
So,
We had to go to Brunswick.
so you still live in Avenel, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you still live in the same house?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So the first house you moved in was
then I bought that, yeah.
okay. So you had children.
I had one first, and then we moved in the house in Avenel when my daughter was 1 year old.
And you just have one child?
Two.
Two children?
Then I get after 4 years another one.
4 years.
The Karen, she's a member here.
Yep, yep, yep. So you basically hung around, since you worked with Siemens and you worked with a bunch of Germans. So-
all of them.
Right, so it basically became a small community of themselves. Were they all from Linden or Linden Union and all, or just?
Yeah, it was all from there. Well, see, when they came out there, in Linden, Senelana, IT Farben,
Mhm.
and they lived all around it.
Right. And then, so how did you hear about the German club?
Oh, first we went over in Union,
Mm-hmm.
Farches Grove.
Ah.
I didn't know this place,
Right,
but we had this, what they fixed up over here, my wife's and had the catering.
mm-hmm.
That's when my wife got to be a member here.
So did they do all the catering here, or?
No, only for that day.
Only for that day?
Only
So
for
she
that.
didn't know about this place either?
No. So and then, you know, from there,
Were you members Fortress
My
Grove?
wife, no, he
No?
was no member. My wife was a member here right away then in the club. Before me, well, I went to company, I had to go sometimes, on weekend someplace.
Did she have to go for an interview?
No. No, no. They played a good terms, yeah.
What's that?
It was nice. The age of you want to be
Yeah.
a member.
You want to be a member? Good, you remember.
Yeah,
So you became a member here in '71.
yeah,
So you were already here for over 16 years.
yeah.
As soon as you...
And then I went up, bought a property in Pennsylvania. And,
Well,
then,
okay, go ahead.
and then I had the frame put up. And then most of it, the plumbing I had put in, the electricity. My friend was an electrician. Him and me, we
That's
put
the
the
gentleman you came over with, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We to put all the electric work. The plumbing, I had one guy that done the plumbing, and then I done one thing at a time, plasterboard, you know, stuff like this. Then I bought the kitchen set. When everything finished, I had a temporary kitchen set I put in, and then I bought the kitchen set and then everything, the floor, I put everything in myself.
So how long did that take you?
About 4 years.
For you?
Oh, on the weekends,
Right.
when on vacation.
Right. Almost every weekend you went up there?
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a good time up there. I mean, we liked it up there.
Well, I hope so. You went every weekend.
Oh. There was all cops and firemen from New York.
Those are good guys.
The whole thing was built up over there. Clubhouse, swimming pool, everything.
So you're part of like association?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I still. Yeah.
I saw the pictures. Very impressive.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Did
very-
you see the big ones?
I saw. Yeah, you brought in the big photo
Oh,
book.
yeah.
It was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. What do you remember? Well, I mean, obviously we're in the Rathskeller. This wasn't here.
No,
You know, the
no,
pavilion
this
wasn't
wasn't
here.
there. No.
What do you remember about the? Were you very active when you first joined, or
No,
no?
no.
Because you were going up
Going
up the cabin every
the
weekend.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What are your earliest memories of the club?
Oh, we liked it.
Yeah.
You know, you all German people. That's what we came into. You know.
Well, that's why I don't.
Then we like to drink beer too. You know.
Well, that's why I'm because you never heard about the Deutsche Club. Why do you think you didn't hear about the Deutsche Club?
I don't know.
Because you worked with all Germans. Right?
You know.
You would think they would all hang out here, you know.
You would think,
Right.
but not.
But it took you 15 years to get here.
Most of them belong to Fortress Grove.
Fortress Grove, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I had my first.
And then there's some that belong to the singer, you know. But this, where we came is what the built on over there, out. That's for my wife and Caleb.
Fortress Grove was the first place I had my illegal drink.
Look how they run that place.
Say again?
It was such a nice place,
Oh, yeah.
Fortress Grove.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't fix anything.
No.
Oh, you seen it yourself.
I went in there and it was like a hole in the wall. It was.
Everything, they didn't do nothing on it.
I had my first illegal drink there.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I was 18 years old and they didn't even card me nothing.
Yeah.
I remember it vaguely, but now Doors, right? Doors
No,
there?
we only went over there when they had picnics.
Right. So when did you start becoming active in the club?
In the club, if they had everything finished in the house up there.
Right.
Yeah.
So for 4 years, and then
Yeah.
any memories? Big memory of
Oh, here?
the old names.
Oh, we liked it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids liked it too, you know. So but my other daughter, she's not coming here at all.
Right. Not
Her
Karen.
husband go more with racing cars and stuff like that.
And where does she live?
She lives 3 blocks from me.
Oh, really?
In
That's not Karen. That's
Yeah.
You mean Karen?
I have Karen lives over there.
Yeah, but she comes
Right,
here
this
once in a while.
Huh?
She comes.
Oh
here.
yeah, she comes here Fridays
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah.
She works in Rutgers University.
Right.
Yeah, and my husband, he has his own business, fixing cars in Roselle Park. My son-in-law.
Right. That's good. When your car breaks down.
Oh yeah,
There you
no problem. Tune up everything, you know. New tires. You have to just go there and pay, and that's what get done.
And when did your wife pass away?
You asking me now? It's so long already.
That long? Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, she was. We went in. My wife had problems with her eyes, so she had. We had to go to Presbyterian hospital. There was a specialist over there. Then I went to work. She came with the car, put the car in the parking lot where I walked, and then we drove to New York, Presbyterian Hospital. From there, then we went to Pennsylvania in the house. Every weekend like this.
So you really love the cabin up there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then you know.
All the kids grow up.
Yeah. Then the wife went. Then it's not the same no more.
Right.
But I like to go up there, you know, and then I go up there. Even if it's not, you know, all the older people who I love from up there.
They're gone too.
They're all gone too.
Yeah.
Now the clubhouse, somebody else took over. I didn't even. Once I went up there, and then the guys was there. They had to get a license for the liquor.
And the kids are now grown up too, so they don't.
Yeah.
Do they bring the kids up there, or?
Oh yeah. Karen, that was up there. When was it? 4 weeks ago.
Good.
Karen and Stu, and that took them to the girl from my friend with her up there. She never seen the house, so she liked it too.
Good. Very peaceful.
So I went sometimes by myself up. What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
Now I'm waiting until the weather gets better, then I'm gonna go
What's
up.
that?
Till the weather gets better, then I'm
Right.
gonna go up.
Yeah. And,
Sometimes so we can get just relax.
you gotta put the wood stove on.
Oh yeah, soapstone stove, yeah. I got a lot of wood I have to split. So I talked with my son-in-law that the kids go up and then we're gonna do it.
You're not still splitting wood, are you?
I don't know if I could do it still.
That's why you have kids.
I know that's why we take the kids up, what do you think?
So why do you work so often here?
Yeah, I'm here every day.
I know you are.
But should I sit home?
I understand that.
It keeps me busy,
Keeps you busy.
keeps my mind going too.
Well,
I went yesterday, picked my income tax up,
Well, we definitely appreciate all that you do around here.
I like to do it. I mean, it's a nice, it's the best thing happened to me. This keeps me going. It's the only. What should I do home?
Yeah.
Everything is done. I have my grandson with me. His father died, and my daughter got married again, and he never got along with his stepfather. So who wound up? I wound up with him.
So we have Rudi Tag coming up.
I heard.
Yeah. Are you?
He told me.
Yeah, I heard he told you. I wouldn't ruin the surprise. So
he told me last week.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So I told the kids that
You better make it.
they better make it here. Coming here.
Make sure they drive you. It's at night.
I don't drink no more.
No, drive. No, I mean just because you don't drive at night, correct?
Hardly.
Right.
Hardly.
Right.
I rather don't drive.
So make sure the kids drive you, and if not, we'll get you here.
Don't worry.
And,
They all have the grandsons. They all have car.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, we're looking forward to it. I'm just almost done with the poster.
Yeah.
I need a big picture of you.
Oh boy. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
This is that's what keeps my mind going to play. You know, I receive everything. I have to make sure it's the right stuff and everything. I prepare everything for the kitchen.
Right.
When he puts the paper up what he needs, so I make for the mashed potatoes. I peel the potatoes. They have everything. But they come to have everything.
Well, we definitely appreciate it. And just a lot of help, a lot of work.
Oh, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
A lot of people don't say thank you enough.
Oh, listen. I know everybody appreciates it. That's the
Good.
main thing.
They talk about you at every meeting, though.
Oh, sure. That's why I don't go out on nights.
Right,
I don't want to get my car banged up.
right, right. Well, I thank you for sitting down with me. Is there?
Yeah, okay.
So it wasn't too bad, right?
No.
No,
That's,
kind of brings back some old memories and.
oh, yeah.
It's,
Believe me when I tell you this.
mhm.
Mike is very handy. He could do better stuff than I could do. Now I'm a lot older.
Mhm.
I can't do no more what I want.
Right, right.
Them days are over. I do what I can. I take care of the kitchen. What goes has to be done. When we get a blockage, I call Eric Zipfel,
Right.
or I call the electrician.
Mhm.
I don't fool around. There's little things I do. But
Well,
when something, I call Eric. He comes from Flemington, comes all the way over here, and he fixes it.
Well, you've made supervisor status now.
A long time already. No, it's not that easy, and then outside you have to get the right people. You see today what we've done, cleaning up.
Mhm.
Now, they wanted us to do the holes in driveway. No good, they have to get a contractor.
Right, right, right.
So you see how they come in?
Oh, yeah.
They come around, they rip the stuff right out.
Yeah.
They rip it right out. Now Mike went, get a couple of more bags, we done it.
Mhm.
So we put the corns there. Now, especially when they come in, they rip this right out. You just put it in, they rip it right out.
Right.
It has to be, the whole thing has to be done.
Right.
They have to get somebody and get a bit
Professionally
on it.
done,
Yeah.
right.
It has to be done. And when it's one hole or so, we fix it.
Right.
But how they come in there, you look at you see.
Oh yeah, they're racing around the parking lot.
Yes, yes. When you come in there, you should see how they come in there.
So where do you see the future of the club going?
I hope so. They go. It stays the same. Not the same. They should get better.
Right.
You never stay the same. If you stay the same, then you could give up.
You should
Look
tell.
at what we done.